To our distinguished special guests, the true pillars of our learning community, our passionate educators, our enthusiastic.
This was our unit sharing the planet part 2 exhibition, and first this is another group's project that we have created about pollution, and now we're coming on to our project which is about reducing inequality and SDG.
My name is Parth and we're the group SDG to Reduce Inequality. Our central idea is different inequalities are shaped by systems while individuals, communities and organizations play the role to create and promote a fair and inclusive world.
We have three lines of inquiry. The first one is different types of inequality and the way systems influence it. This talks about the types of inequality. Some are racism, educational, differently abled, gender, and many more. Our second line of inquiry is causes of inequality and its impact on individuals and communities. So this mainly talks about just differently abled people. For example, like in malls they have escalators, right? But like for an idea or a thought, we can try implementing one in school.
Our third line of inquiry is ways to create a fair and inclusive world. This talks about our STEAM project.
Next, we have our inquiry questions on digital equality.
We formed these at the beginning of our PIP exhibition to enrich our knowledge on inequality.
We also did our prior knowledge. This prior knowledge tests us about inequality and how to reduce it.
These are our transdisciplinary connections. First, we have maths. We connected it by doing bar graph, percentage, and division.
Next was visual arts. We tried implementing paintings, crafts, and models.
Next was English. We implemented it by doing stories, poetries, persuasion, essays, and songs.
Lastly, we did Nepal. We tried implementing with Kavita, Chutia, and Kathak. As you can see, our English implementations are here. We integrated some with poetry, persuasive essays, and songs. These all relate to inequality. For me, I was inspired by Pamela. She fought for education and girls' rights.
Thank you.
Malala.
If you want to know more, you can move on to the next session.
Okay. This way?
We developed the team as we learned to fly by grind.
Hello, welcome to our project on inclusive city reducing inequalities SDG tag. So in this project we share an inclusivity that should be there in a city. So this project is not only about inclusive city, it also shows how a city should be in real life. Now I would like my friend Amish to share about how we can provide water and water reservoirs to the citizens.
We have did underground piping to connect with the city. We can get electricity by using low-cost funds and provide all the city equal electricity. We have provided as many resources as possible. School, offices, buildings, apartments, park, space station. We have made space station not only for our national parliament. It is for our city, make a global city and students can study here. The student can research more about outer art. We have provided schools for children who are in the streets, and we have provided it with a low cost. We have provided affordable apartments also. And we have did some organic farming to have a better generation. We have our community park for people can be entertained. We have our forest to have a future generation supplies and more resources. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice. Very good. Yeah.
Hello. Yes.
So you basically have to use all your points up. This is how much points you have. 48.5 thousand points. So you basically have to use all your points up in facilities like houses, food, public water.
Okay, so
So you use the points for the facilities you want, and this is how much points it costs. So this one costs 1,000. This one costs 5.
so how much we were allowed to take?
So basically, if you want one house, it costs 1,000 points.
All? Okay.
Reducing inequalities, SDG number 10.
Yeah.
Electricity is provided to the network electric supply stations, which provided to the citizens in necessary places. So from here only, it can be transported to the space station.
So, how did you decide you're only having hydroelectricity? You could have also generated solar. You could have also generated wind.
Yes.
Okay. Do you also have wind? Why didn't you think about wind?
We didn't think about wind because windmills are kept in not industrial areas, as when windmills are there, we keep them not in the city area. We keep them in like far away from the city. So any damage or anything happening to the windmills do not affect the city.
Okay. But again, I mean, that could also be considered. Windmill can also, generate power to the city. There are many windmills in Europe, in other countries. They are also using a lot of windmills. You could also think about.
We can keep them in the outskirts of the city.
Okay. And also, these days, what they do is also in the dam, they put the floating solar panels, so that the dam can simultaneously produce electricity as well as solar. There's something for you to think about when you're considering the city, so that you can maximize the electricity generation using the free space, open space of the dam. Okay? Thanks. That's good.
Now I want to share the ETL skills we have developed. So we have scattered all of the ETL skills. We developed the social skills by socializing in our community. So from the interview session we took the interview session to learn others' perspective about inequality. Now let's move on to self-management skills. We developed the self-management skills by managing our time for our work, research work, practice for our drama, and many more. We developed the research skills by researching about the types of inequality, how systems influence it, the causes of it, the long-term impact, and more. We developed the communication skills by communicating our thoughts, ideas to our friends to learn their perspective about it. We developed the caring IB profile by trying to help the people who are to put and to show how systems influence the inequality in our community. But for a clear understanding, we root it in a written format. So for now, let's just take two examples. Social system. So social systems' positive impact can be when people respect different races, genders, castes. Everyone feels included. So this basically means that if like a male person respects a female person because of their gender, then it shows equality between them. But poverty people are also having a longer life expectancy. Whereas the negative impact can be if only rich people can afford good healthcare, then poor people might not be able to afford.
And welcome. My name is Tisa. My name is Kashvi, and today we will be sharing our understanding of inequality. But first, Kashvi, what's inequality? Inequality is when people don't get fair chances or opportunities as others. So we're sharing this understanding of inequality through a kitchen instance. The cabinets being root causes, sink being immediate causes.
Speak loudly.
Cabinets being immediate causes again, and the stove being long-term effects. And at last, we have possible solutions as the fridge.
Wow.
Open, baby, open. Okay, nice.
That's nice. Okay, let's hear about your immediate causes and root causes of
So I'll start with the root causes.
So, suppose racial inequality. This is the cause. Racial inequality. Historical and systemic racism, colonialism, and exclusionary practices. Economic inequality. Unequal wealth distribution, unequal job opportunities, and economic policies that favor the rich. Health inequality. Socioeconomic status, lack of healthcare infrastructures, and disparities in healthcare services. Educational inequality. Unequal access to quality education, lack of resources, and underfunded schools. Gender inequality. Man-dominated social structures, cultural norms, and historical discrimination against women and girls. And last but not least, disability inequality. Lack of accessibility, prejudice, and neglect in societal and economic structures. Now, I would like my friend Tisa to share the immediate causes.
Limited access to schools in rural areas, meaning some children won't get the education we actually need. Limited access to hospitals, doctors, or healthcare resources. Inaccessible buildings, transportation, and adaptive technologies for the disabled. Negative attitudes and discrimination towards people with disabilities. Discriminatory policies and prejudice in
About education for all. Now, racial equality. Implement anti-discrimination laws and affirmative action. Promote diversity, inclusion, and equal rights. Create space for open dialogue. Inequality, how we can reduce them. Radar, who is a gender and cultural inequality for that, as you can see.
Who is Malala? Malala is one of the most famous person that tried to gender inequality. To create a free inclusive world, Malala fought with the Taliban for his girls' education. And Olympic. And down here we based our case study.
Fighting for the right of the black people, and he was successful to eliminate racial discrimination in the US, right? That's good. Who is this lady?
This is Malala.
Okay, what did she do?
She fought for gender inequality of girls' education right
In?
in Pakistan.
Yes.
Okay.
Now?
This is Mahatma Gandhi.
Good.
And what did this lady Anuradha did?
I don't know, but
Okay.
I think racist about it.
Yes,
So I
yes.
don't know many things about
She fought for there were a lot of girls who used to be sold. So she was fighting for the right of those girls. So that is why, and she founded an institution called Mighty Nepal, where she was providing life skills, education, and other support to those girls who was forced to be sold. So she was fighting for those poor, girls. So and she also got the, I think Magasese big prize for her great work she has done in Nepal.
Do you know?
Yeah, this is Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
He fought for social inequality.
Yeah, also I think there was also a similar kind of racial discrimination between black and white in South Africa. So he fought for them.
Just disability. Over here, there are two sides in this picture. One side, people are well aware of civic sense and they know their responsibility. But over here, people don't care about their responsibility and civic sense. Over here, there are well-maintained communities. And they use
Which thing is this, Gada?
civic sense.
Civic services. Okay.
If you want to know more,
Yeah, you can go over here.
Okay.
you might
Good morning,
My name is Luana. My name is Angela. And
Angela and.
Luana.
Okay, we would like to learn about SDG 11. What are you guys doing here?
So we're mainly focusing on sustainable cities and communities, mainly focusing on societal responsibilities.
Okay.
So to learn to get deeply into our topic, we wrote our lines of inquiry. But before writing our lines of inquiry, we discovered that all of our problems are technology, waste, and consumption. Just like this question, can we use of technology?
Because people are putting all the garbages together. They are not disaggregating it at the sources. In the house, you can put all the degradables, you can use it for your own house for the fertilizers, right? You can separate the plastics and the bottles and the cans separately so that the waste can be recycled. So that is something I think we need to promote through digital media to make sure that civic sense is improved, right? Good job.
Most people use Google because it's a verified and certified app. Yeah, it's also so my name is Open and I'm sharing the connections. So as you can see here, this is the top of our activity in which we looked into some of the detailed questions. So our first detailed question was, should we ban cars in some areas to keep cities cleaner? Some of our friends said yes because it will reduce air pollution and it will also it will also be safer and quieter and it will also be there will be more space to walk in the pathways. But some of our friends said no and disagreed and also a strong example came. If you are office starts at 9, you reach at 9:30 by walking, that's a problem, right? But if you come by car and you reach sharp at 9, that's not a problem. So as you can see here, this is some of our second hour assessments. This is essay, this is an article, this is poem, this is story, and this is a poem. So as you can see here at the down, this is a learner profile in which we developed during the PAP exhibition.
Yeah, good job, beta. Good job. Congratulations.
Great work. Children, it's good. You guys have done really good work.
Thank you.
तुम्हाला बोलाइसके त्यहाँ. I think they are calling all of you lined up.
कस्तो मेहनत गरेछ है बच्चाले.
This is work. Equality, child labor. Child labor. How child labor लाई चाहिँ टेक्नोलोजीले कसरी रिप्लेस गर्ने भनेर they have done, they can use the technology to
that